Hey there YouTube, Brendan here, aka Cliff Jumper. Welcome back. I've had a few people asking about some projects that we have left on hold for a very long time while we have been focusing on the Corrado project, the Sequoia project, many other projects. So we're going to be circling back to some of these things that we left undone and give you the answers that you're looking for. Sorry about that, sorry to leave them hanging. We're coming back to them. So like the golf cart battery project, we're going to come back to that, show you what ended up happening with that. And I think there were a few other things that we left hanging. So we will come back to those very shortly. I've got a whole bunch of stuff filmed that we've not produced, so I apologize for the weird timing of it, but we've just been focused on other stuff. And like I mentioned before, I've got a lot of projects most of the time, so we'll deal with that.
Previously on Battlestar Galactica.
Good morning, everybody. Good to see you again. Thanks for tuning in. It is time that we turned our attention back to the long neglected golf cart. So if you remember, quite some time ago, we tried to resuscitate the batteries in this golf cart, and it was a complete failure. Now, I was successful in resuscitating the battery in 2 of my cars using these techniques that are commonly found here on YouTube. So I was wondering, gosh, is it just that these batteries for this golf cart were that far gone that they couldn't be resuscitated? Well, after doing a little bit more research into it, I found out that those type of batteries have a different internal makeup than your average car battery, being a deep cycle battery, having a different plate system, and pretty much once the plates are gone in those deep cycle batteries, they're done. There's no resuscitating them. They're done. And or I should say, for the average person, there is no resuscitating them. But for other people who are professional and can get into them and do that sort of thing, sure. For me, no go. I had a complete failure with those batteries. So it's been a while. Golf cart's just been sitting, and I have finally. We bit the bullet and we bought some new batteries, so I'm going to pop them in and get this thing up and running. We also got a new charger for the golf cart so that it will properly maintain these batteries. We have an old charger, which a friend who his hobby is golf carts lovingly rebuilt this charger for us. Well, it's buried back in the corner, you can't see it right now, but it's an old charger, and it just doesn't do the bill. It like charges them up to a certain amount and then stops. So it didn't give them a full charge, didn't maintain them properly. So fortunately, new chargers are a lot smaller. Here is the old charger, which has been repaired at least several times. And what'll happen is it'll show that it's charging here, but then it gets to a point where it just starts blinking an error light and it never completely finishes charging the batteries. Now the new one that we've got is just this itty-bitty little thing, and it's an overnight charger like this one. This one's supposed to be a quick charger, but it's not. So this is an overnight. You plug it in, and it is also a maintainer. So it'll do a trickle charge, and it'll keep the batteries maintained in the golf cart as you plug it in. So much better situation, much smaller, quieter, should work a lot better. So here's what we've got going on in here. A lot of golf carts are 36 volt or 48 volt, and most of them have a whole bunch of 6 volt batteries. And you can see in the tray here where you would have 6 volt, 6 volt, 6 volt. And you'd have them lined up, and there would be your 18 volts there. And then you'd have a bunch lined up right here in the middle. 6 volt, 6 volt, 6 volt, 6 volt, and then more 6 volt, 6 volt, 6 volt. However, you can also have 3 12 volts lined up. So we've got a 12 volt, 12 volt, 12 volt, and that gives us our 36 volt system. That's what we have in this cart. So I'm just gonna reinstall these batteries, and hopefully just in a few minutes we will have a working golf cart again. So let's get to it. Alright, so it's been a while since I'm here with the wiring. This red guy is going to go over here to positive terminal. This green guy, let's see here, this is positive to negative. The green guy is going to go on the positive terminal here. And then we are also going to have positive to negative link jumping here. And then we're also going to have a positive negative link jumping here. So this is where that's all going to go. So I'm going to start on the positive side, work my way back to the negative side to get this all connected. All right, I've got the batteries in. I'm gonna move my tools out of the way and let's see if it actually works. All right, let's see here. Moment of truth. Turn it on. And ho 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 ho, we have light. It's a good sign. We've got forward motion. Woohoo! It's been about a year. All right, well. Mission successful. So it's been about a year since we had this golf cart running. You know, between my battery resuscitation attempt, which failed utterly, but I'm very glad that just took some new batteries and everything is working. And so I'm gonna give them a full overnight charge just to make sure. But I'm very happy that the golf cart works. So anyway, I don't know if that was actually useful for anybody because all I did was put batteries in a golf cart. At the end of the day though, hey, it's a working golf cart, so yeah, let's have some fun with this. All right, so that was just a little bit of fun. Enjoy driving it around. You know, that feeling when you had a vehicle that hasn't worked in a long time and then it works. It doesn't really matter whether it's a Ferrari or a Ford or a golf cart. It just feels good to get that thing working and driving, and so put a smile on my face. I needed that today. Little successes, very happy this thing works. Anyway, I hope that this was at least mildly entertaining for you. Please subscribe if you found it worth, you know, 5-10 minutes of your time. Share it with somebody else. Maybe they're bored and they really need something to watch. We do have our upcoming line of California car stories. So I'm unashamedly, completely ripping that off from Ed Bolian and the VinWiki channel. But we've got a lot of stories to tell here in Southern California. I mean, a lot. Where the car culture started. Fast and the Furious, come on, that was here. All the street racing, going back to the days of cruising. There are still laws against cruising in California because it was such a problem, apparently. Without government, who would protect us from people who drive past the same spot twice in 6 hours? Anyway, political post, but anyway, tune in for the car stories. They're coming up soon. We got a lot of great people lined up with a lot of great stories, and we'll be sharing them soon. God bless. See you soon.
And on that terrible disappointment, it's time to say goodbye. We'll be back.